Sorry, this is actually, I hadn't had time to record an intro right now because I just gonna be picking up my drive shaft. I haven't had time to pick it up earlier. It was actually already done, but I finally got a moment. I was editing this thing and I couldn't wait until like I could go grab this thing. So unfortunately, it looks like it's gonna be another rainy day today. Well, it looks like it's just really gloomy right now. So we're gonna be running a couple of errands after this, but hopefully I can have the drive shaft in today as long as everything bolts up right and I did my measurement correctly, and maybe we could even start the car because I need torque now, the harmonic balancer, and it's gonna be so much. I just realized I forgot to put the axles on. Okay, well, we have to put the axles on, then drop the car, and then torque everything down. Thankfully, we can still technically put the car in gear, and then we could technically start up the car, and then we're gonna find out if my oil pressure thing it's even fixed. So that's actually gonna be a big, it is a big day. So I'm really excited. Oh my god, my first custom drive shaft. I'm so excited. Yeah, we're just about to pull up right now. And they got it done like really quick. This place that's local is actually the same place that Colin uses for his FD car, his Pro Spec car. They've been in business for like 40 years. I don't know if I talked about that last time, but they got it done like really quick, which is great. If I ever have to get one custom made again, or as long as they have all like the adapter pieces, that's like you. And when we do the Subaru builds, that's great. Like couple day turnaround. No, it's really awesome. No, they're really good people. So I'm very grateful. And not only that, they're local. Like they're only like 20-ish drive away from my house. I love that. So that's fantastic. All right, we should be pulling up soon. All right, I just picked up my drive shaft, but it is so rainy right now. I couldn't do like a proper video. I'm gonna do it back at the garage. But dude, look at this, man. I'm soaked. I hate the rain, dude. I hate the rain. Do you hear this? Why does it have to rain? But anyways, you guys can't see it, but it's down there somewhere. So, as a reference, this is my old Pink 240. I'm sorry, I keep thinking the Pink 240. The FDM S13 drive shaft minus the tip. The tip is missing because it's obviously getting donated to the other drive shaft. And, you know, I'll be honest, it's still a pretty long drive shaft. Way beefier than the factory two-piece. And then, oh boy, you guys need to see this. It was raining so bad, it took me a while. Also, I've already scratched this because I was so excited to go pick up this drive shaft. By the way, look how tall this thing is. This is me right next to it, side by side. I know, it's crazy, right? And I've already scratched it because I just kind of threw it in there because it was raining and just like, you know, whatever. So, she's a little bare metal here and there. But corollium or, you know, chromoly, it really shouldn't really rust that bad. I'm gonna definitely paint it over, you know, with a paintbrush once I have it in there. Oh wow, dude, look at this. So funny enough, you know, nowadays they make when you order like a kit from Injuku, and then you could just get the drive shaft as like an option. Because I technically had a swap kit, but I was kind of scared to get like one of their drive shaft pre-made ones because I didn't know if it's gonna fit properly or not. So I just measured it, right? Like they show you in the description. And this is the first time I've ever got a drive shaft. I measured a drive shaft myself, and then they actually made the drive shaft. So this is my second time doing it. And dude, it's honestly, it's kind of surreal to kind of look at it. You know, like this is a real custom drive shaft that I've ordered. This is also the world's first RB25 swap to a rear end of a Dodge SRT8 Charger. So this is kind of crazy, you know. Lately now I've been seeing a lot of like Mopar, JDM engine swaps. Like there's a couple of Challengers with 2Js in them, and then obviously older Chargers I've seen with maybe like 2Js in them. But this is cool. This is a world's first right here. It's kind of like hard to fathom sometimes. So another thing what they did is that what's really nice is that they actually had to make an adapter. They had to get at it. They found an adapter, right? This is a full billet piece, like billet aluminum, I believe. And it bolts right up there. If you guys notice, actually, fun fact, there's a second bolt pattern on this thing. I don't know why there's two bolt patterns, right? So we were curious about that. He said it's for another Mopar. My guess, because the reason why I say that is if you guys look down here, I'm going to try not to scratch my stuff here. Okay, if you guys go look, oh, my sucks. You know, the one thing that sucks is when you have a giant drive shaft and you don't want to, it's already scratched up. I've noticed, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, right? That's for the SRT. But if you notice, 1, 2, 3. What differential that we know that has a 3? It's the V6 and the RTs. I don't have a diff with me, but I did see one at the DriveShaft shop. I just didn't think to put one in there, but I hypothetically believe that belongs for a V6. So that means that we don't have to swap out I mean, it's not that hard to get a different adapter piece, I imagine. It's just U-joints. But this kind of already fixes the problem as long as, because he sells another Mopar. Then it would be kind of weird to have a diff, what other diff has a 3-way? It has to be it. So that's good news for us. So because this is, they had to use chromoly and obviously how length it is and the adapter piece, they had to order to make this thing work. And the only thing I provided was the actual shaft here from my old DriveShaft. This cost a little bit more than I originally budgeted for. So, and I want to preference this. It is not as bad as I thought. I was thinking it was going to be a 4-digit number. Most, if you look up aftermarket DriveShaft on the Chargers, like we've seen before, they're like over $1,000. And that's for just like a one-piece, conversion. It was like under $800. That's just a roundup. I think realistically it was just more. It was like $720, I think, because I paid in cash, so they took the 3% off of the car charge and stuff like that, so it was a little bit cheaper. But even if it was like what, $700, like that's still not bad for what it is, for a full chromoly drive shaft for this length, one piece with an adapter on the back that potentially could be also a V6 adapter. That is well worth. Plus, if I'm honest with you, I'm not planning. I've never broken a drive shaft before. I've never broken anything on a drift car, like on the rear end wise, because like I said, we just don't make enough power. We're not gripped up like that. So there's really nothing to break. The only thing I can think of that might break on this car is my welds in that diff. And if it does, I found out they can help me fix it. So that's kind of cool because they also do diff work over there. This, because it's chromoly, and the weakest point that I was told would be these U-joints right in the top here, because these are a little bit different than the one on the bottom. I think these are smaller. This drive shaft is rated for 900 horsepower. I'm not even making half of that. Maybe half. So it's kind of, like I said, it's just very reassuring. And the only time I've seen a drive shaft break off is either A, you're too gripped up and you just hooked really strong, or you're just making way much more horsepower than you anticipated and you have a weaker drive shaft. Or when I saw it back at West Palm earlier this year, is a really, really, really old drive shaft, a really old one. But I imagine he was also pretty gripped up, that drift car that I saw. So like I said, the drive shafts, they're gonna have their wear and tear, but realistically, rear end wise, I don't think I'm gonna be breaking anything. I think I'm gonna have more front end problems than rear end problems on this thing. So, but yeah, no, I'm excited. So this is actually a huge piece of the puzzle. So once we could put this in here, then I have to put the axles in, which I haven't done that yet as of right now. And we'll do that. Then we can actually drop the car, put it in gear, even though we don't have the slave cylinder activated, but we can just put it in gear, put the harmonic balancer on, torque it, and then we can start the car one more time. I have to replug the fuel system, but other than that, we can start the car one more time with the new oil pump in it. Oh, I gotta make sure I put oil in this thing because I know there's no oil in here. And hopefully, if it does give me oil pressure, then I can start putting the front end together. Really, I think after that, just pretty much maybe modify the dump pipe. Obviously, the intercooler piping we need to redo. Fix all the holes, fix the wiring, and then I'm still waiting on the harness for my pump, for the electric power steering pump, and then obviously we just got so much so we're gonna have to haul booty right now and make some stuff happen. But let's put the drive shaft in on. This is all I can think about. Oh my god, I'm so excited. All right, everybody, we got wonderful news. This drive shaft connecting all the way flush all the way down is connected, and we have a nice good 1 inch of play like we wanted. So my measurement was on point. Wow, that is awesome, dude. This is crazy. Look how long this thing is. But we found another problem because we're using a spacer. Because there's no spacer now, like a bushing spacer, and we're using it. So originally there would be a spacer, and then the actual mounting plate would be right around here, because this bolt is the factory bolt. And guess what? It is too long, way too long for what we need to use it for. So we need to go to the store and grab some bolts for this thing. But I'm very happy. It went in no problem. Dude, this is such a big one right now. And I guarantee you, Dude, I guarantee you those the three other holes, there's one there, that's gotta be the V6 or RT model. Has to be. All right, let's go get some bolts. Wearing the wrong hat. Oops. All right. So I found the right bolts. Now, let's see, let's sleep. This one should go. Wow, that is unfortunate. How are you supposed to get this thing in here? What the heck? How are you supposed to get these bolts in here? Yeah. Yeah, that is actually a great question. How are you supposed to get them in here? You can't even get it like this either. What the heck? Hold on. Is there like a way that I could kind of like... No, there's no way you can like just turn it over. Wait, hold on. All right. What if... Wow, that is genuinely unfortunate. Hold on. Can I get it in here like that? You cannot get this thing in here? Are you serious? So you're telling me I have to use these... Oh my god. Hold on. You can't be serious. So you're saying... Okay. No, you're telling me that this is just gonna... No, it's not gonna fit here. Yeah, see, look, it's not even gonna fit. They're making you use these, but how are you gonna... Wait, okay. Okay, even if this fits in there, you can't even torque it down. Are you... Like, holy camole, they're really making me gonna use these. Ugh! Then I bought these for nothing. Because these are not gonna fit. Oh, now I just got this thing stuck. Oh my god, it is stuck. Hold on, I got it. Can I maybe screw it in like this? Can I? Nope. Wow. See that? Oh, that works just fine. This one? Can this one work? There should be another hole here. Nope, that won't work either. This side? That'll work just fine. Oh, Lord. So you're gonna make me use these studs? Or these old ones? Will they even fit? Okay, so I need to cut them off pretty significant. Yeah, wow, that is crazy. All right, back to the drawers. This is so dumb, so many levels. It's dumb because these $3.79 each. That was over $12. Shake my head. All right, well, I guess we'll have to do the cut method to make this thing work. All right, where is the last bolt to this thing? Where is it? Do I have it? There should be one more bolt. Where is my other bolt? Guys, I have a bolt missing. We have a bolt missing. What the heck? We have a bolt missing. All right, so I decided I only cut 2 of the original OEM. I actually cut 3, but I messed up the other one. So what I'm gonna do is, for the parts that I can't reach, right, which is these guys right here. Let's come on. There you go. It's all in. And then I believe these guys, if my calculations are correct. What the heck, dude? Oh, I know what I need to do. Okay. Oh, there's no way. There's no way to get these bolts in there. How am I supposed to get these bolts in there? Dude, what a design flaw. How am I supposed to get a bolt in there? I can't get on the other side. How? How small do these bolts need to be? Yeah. Hold on. See, I see notches. Hold on. Something's not right here. What the heck? Okay. No, that is not right. Yep. That is... Hold on. Okay. The one with the notches is like this. No. So it is like that. Wow. Is the notch supposed to help me, like, get the bolt in there like this? No. Why? Oh my lord. How am I supposed to go to get? All right, you know what? For now, that's a tomorrow's problem or whatever problem. I'm just gonna put these guys in here for now. Wow, that is genuinely frustrating. Yeah, like that is genuinely frustrating. Like, what kind of bolt can you put in there to make it work? Nothing. None. You can't put anything in there because it won't work. Oh no! Don't tell me this is not gonna work either. Ooh, wait, no. Well, no. This one, I need to put some thread locker in. Some blue thread locker. Look, just a little bit amount. So there. Then get this bad boy. Now we get this bad boy. Start twisting. Give me my 2 ratchets, please. Or my 2 wrenches. Okay. That is so annoying. Then what kind of bolt that's gonna fit down there? I love how they notched it for the other bolt spacing. That is so funny. Yeah, I'm genuinely curious, like how small that's gotta be a very, very, very small bolt. Tiny even. Like, honestly, like, unless you put it backwards, right? Like, but you can't even put it backwards. Can you? Yeah, you can't even put it backwards. Yeah, it's too much of an off clearance. Yeah, there's no even way to put it backwards. Yeah.
That'd be great, but there's no part of the diff that allows me to give me the clearance to do that. Yeah, that's literally impossible. Unless, nope, that is not just gonna break it. That is so crazy. Yeah. Oh, it wouldn't even work. Yeah, so this wouldn't even work because it's too, the threads don't go deep enough. So I cut these OEM bolts. It was a waste of time. Wow, annoying. Great. All right, so I need to make these shorter then, way shorter somehow. Yeah, they have to be like really short. Oof. I don't know about that one, Chief. Yeah, it's pretty short to me. Wow, that's annoying. See? So I only could put two out of the 4. That is really annoying. Didn't even realize that. I forgot to put the locker in. Like I said, that'll be a future me problem, not a current me problem. I'm just happy my drive shaft fits. That's all that matters. And then future me will figure out this. I do need to remember to actually take care of this. At least, like, because it's a 4 style, I got two sides across from each other, so they're even. So that's kind of nice. I'm just like hand tightening these for now. That is so annoying. Generally, that's very, very annoying. Okay, drive shaft's in. Technically in. Technically. All right, let's start throwing those axles back on. Oh, didn't realize this control arm nut is completely off. I wonder why I did that. Is it a 19? It is a 19, huh? Fun fact. Is the other one off too? Yeah, why is this one loose too? What the heck? Why all y'all loose? Because of the springs? I mean, I have to take it off again. I have to take it off so I don't know tighten that. Future me's issue, not current me issue. Yeah, I'm gonna have to probably cut these, but I'm not gonna get that right now. Wow, that actually sucks so bad. Like, oh, it's just off by a little bit. So yeah, all right, cool. Future me's problem, like I said. Where's my hat? What the heck is this? Oh, it's like a plastic piece. Whatever.